Did that fix it?
Did that fix the sounds?
What's up, Blinky? Oh, shit. No, yeah, the sound in there now.
Huh?
Yeah, it's in there now.
Okay. Sorry about that. We've got to turn the sounds off.
What's up, Kev, Blinky, D?
What's who?
D.
What's up, D?
Matter of fact,
Blinky, Cam, what's up?
Joe Green.
Chuck Green.
No, Joe Green.
Oh, Joe Green. You want to start saying some of those out loud so they can hear you, so they, just in case I'm not saying them properly. See, never get this old. You lose your teeth, words don't come out that good. Words don't come out that good. But yeah, I'll probably be talking about things that happened to me today. Come in here, I was kicking up 100 on the freeway. Police got me, pulled me over, talking about you was doing 85, and I started to stop him and tell him, what you mean 85? I knew I was doing 100, but I kept my mouth shut. Shit, if he said I was only doing 85, I'm gonna take that ticket and keep my mouth shut. I mean, that ticket right there, he wrote it up.
What this boy say? Doom the Mighty, is this the killer dude? Yeah.
Killer dude. But yeah, y'all, look at that ticket. They caught me. Well, he put 85 on here, but I know I was doing 100. I hope he ain't watching this. Well, yeah, but you wrote it up. I got it. I'm gonna try to pay the $180 whenever I get it. You got 14 days.
KF said, how old are you? I don't know why they asked me all these questions.
Yeah, somebody else had asked me my age, and I can't tell that. Only reason I won't say it because I'm saving all that for the movie too. Other than that, to tell y'all my age,
yeah, Brandon,
it is a secret.
It's immunity. Because he asked how you admit to multiple homicides and you free immunity.
Immunity. So I could talk about all the murders I did, everything I did in my life, because I already gave it all up. They can't touch me. That's why ain't nobody popped up on me like they did that boy,
Keefy.
Yeah, Keefy. I'm not Keefy. See, Keefy spoke on something that he didn't have a deal on. I can speak on everything because I got a deal on everything from 8 all the way up until now.
I'm Blinky said you're 79.
I ain't that old. Damn, 79. Do I look that old? Damn.
Oh, Durant Chetty asks, how you doing, Boo? Always wanted to ask, firstly, what do you think of Tupac, firstly as a person and then as an artist, since you seem to use the Thug Life mantra, name, or whatever it said?
Tupac was a bright young man that had it all going into that Diddy crap. Diddy was hating on Tupac mainly because Diddy wanted to hit Tupac from behind, and Tupac wasn't going for it. So you know, Tupac told Biggie. Biggie and him got into an argument about that situation, and that what led to Diddy trying to get rid of Tupac.
A quick question. Gooch got a question. Said, did you know of Eddie Jackson Jr.? That's the Fat Man's son, ain't it?
Yeah. No, I didn't know of him. I heard that he had spoke on me once or something, but he didn't know me. I never met him. He never wound up on my hit list, so no, I didn't know him. But I'm hearing a whole lot of stuff about people saying that they know me, some saying they don't know me, or that I ain't got no street cred. Thank you for that. I don't need no street creds.
Ain't no shouts out going to P Diddy. Nope. No shouts out to the Diddy. The dealer don't get no
Well,
shouts out.
I do got a shout that I like to send out to him.
Wood chipper.
I hope he get meet somebody wood chipper, but I figured what he gonna do is he going to flip on everybody that he is videotaped. Because he got a lot of people going through his house doing all that crap, messing with the boys, messing with the minors. Anybody that's caught doing that, they need the death penalty. That's rape, child molesting, booty bandit. I guess he planned on extorting everybody that he was able to get into weird situations.
I got somebody got a question up here. Say SBS. What's the most brutal murder you ever did? They really like that shit, huh?
Well, the most brutal was over on Holcomb and Mac down in the basement. We took the guy down there, and I ain't gonna say we. I'm gonna say me. I chopped this butt up. Then we had to bag him up. After we finished bagging him up, then we had to wash down the floor and all. But you know that stuff don't come up that good. So when they did bust that house, it was like, that basement's drenched in blood. They don't know who DNA, what was what. It's just everything, blood everywhere. Yeah, well, you know, like we tried to clean it up good enough so we could do the next body. But yeah, those that thought they were strong, they met down in the basement over Holcomb and Mac. People that know about Holcomb and Mac, they know what that situation was like.
Another question from I think But Why is the name. Were you a member of the Black Panther Party?
No, I wasn't a member. But I came up in those days back then over on Continental and Jefferson where the Black Panther was doing their marching and doing their thing and was strong. Well, you know, like they had a strong hold over there, but the police stopped coming through there after a while because somebody was getting on top of these roofs, taking pot shot at them. So you know, like the field precinct wouldn't come over there no more.
Another one from Michael Kelly. It say, you know them boys on Durand Street. They block was official. It's off Van Dyke between Verner and Kercheval.
Van Dyke, Verner, well, Kercheval, then Verners. So you hit Mac, Verners, Kercheval, that's going towards, it's Jefferson. But knew what boys?
I guess
because Patrick and Mark Patrick had that area of the best friends. I know back in my time, him and his brother.
Somebody asked, have you ever met Maserati Rick Jr.?
I've met him once. He was at a store or something, and he told me who he was, and I basically, oh, okay, because you even look like your daddy. But yeah, I met him once. I told him if he ever got a podcast that I would go on there, but your daddy wasn't no simp. He wasn't no coward. Rick was cool, but he just was a little too candid in the heart that he trusted too many people. And that was basically his downfall. Because when him and Big Ed got into it and they was going back and forth at each other, shooting each other up, that's when Mozzie came and got me and said, hey man, I need you to do this. So I set up on Big Ed over on Sunset. I think that was Sunset or Sunset, one of those streets. Me and Rick was laying out there in his grass, in his bushes. And when he came out that door, his boy was in front of him because he knocked on the door to get Ed to come out. When he came out, Rick jumped up too quick. Ed seen that and jumped over the rail and ran towards the back of the house. I guess he didn't want to run in the house because, you know, hey, we'll run up in there and get you there real easy. But he ran out and then he had dropped his hat. So I walked around for about a week or two with his hat on, telling Ed, anytime you want your hat, tell me where to bring it at. Come to the barber shop. We went up there, but okay. Next question.
I got two questions. The second one was something about that hat with them. But the first one was from Mark Ford. He said, when I'm gonna get a chance to come to Detroit and get a chess game in?
Ooh, I love chess. I don't know, my man. I don't know. I ain't gonna say when, but if you ever meet me, you want a chess game, I'm always down for that. That's a good game. Teach you about life on how to move. If you know how to move and protect your king and your queen, but usually I throw that queen all out on the board and take everybody else means. But anyway, whenever you come, you just hit me up on, what do you call that? DM me?
Something through Messenger.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, through Messenger. What was the other one?
Just the question he was talking about Big Ed. He said, did you see Big Ed again after you took his hat, after you got the hat from him?
No, because he told us to come up there to his barber shop. We go up there, of course, we went up there deep. His boys and them was across the street at that house on the corner. Of course, Boo said, hey, that's one of his houses. So, if they want to get involved with this, we'll have one hell of a war right here. We got the weapons, AKs, M16, M15. We got everything, even 2 grenades. I mean, I loved them. I always got them from from the service. I still have friends in the Army.
Felder Cowart says, you hear about Big Ed getting arrested again this year in Ohio.
Big Ed got arrested in Ohio? Are they sure that it's Ohio? Or was it California? Because I heard that he took off back to California because, you know, he's putting it down there nicely. But he's too old for that crap too. But of course, it's the money game. It's the money what keep a person going out there. If I didn't get all messed up like I did, would I still be in the game? Well, I think I would because that money helped me get along beautifully. But I would have been on the down low with it real even lower than what I was before. I get in there, do what I got to do, and get the hell out.
Kevin Detroit asks, did you ever talk to Stacy Colbert after his release in 2018? He's out in Detroit too.
Yep, no, I haven't talked to him, but I know he's out, but no, I ain't talked to him.
That's the one they call the Machine?
Yeah, that's the one Chuck told me that wanted to shoot me in the back of the head. Yeah, I was like, what? He said, yeah, man, Stacy was in the back, wanted to shoot you in the back of the head, but I told him no. So really, I saved your life, Boone. You owe me. I said, no, because if he shot me in the back of the head, I wouldn't do it. I was dead. But,
Drop that grenade.
well, yeah, and that I told him anyway after when he came there to New Jersey, where he set me up in there and got me kicked out of New Jersey.
Yeah, I remember that.
Him?
You talked about that.
Yeah. His brother was always great. Will was great. I never had no problem out of him. With Chuck, I did because Chuck was a coward.
Travis Whitfield said, can you talk about how you got your name Iceman?
Well, I got that from Jackson Prison when I was in there. When I stabbed the guard and the inmate was telling me, man, you cold than ice, man. You just, I said, hey, he put his hands on me. Poked me in the chest, talking about lock up. I got a 24-hour detail. I'm a carpenter. Anything go wrong, my cell door got to be open so that I could go fix it. I mean, I did everything around there. But I was trustworthy. Hell, and so later on, I became a driver. The institutional mail, going to pick up people, bringing them back to the prison that was working for the prison. Like if the car broke down somewhere, I would go pick them up, bring them back to the prison, and see about getting their car fixed. But hey, I enjoyed it because I got to meet girls part way in there and tell them, hey, psst, be on such and such street at such and such time, and I will be there, and we gonna get it on. Like Marvin Gaye said, let's get it on. I ain't got no singing voice. But yeah, that's how I got that name. And they shipped me everywhere because they threw me in the laundry hamper. They shot me up north. Up north refused to accept me because I'm like, whoa, you ain't bringing that man in here like that. So they shipped me to many different prisons and nobody would accept me because of what I did. Of course, I got found not guilty. Got paperwork on that too. I was found not guilty for that. The guard couldn't say 100% that he seen me plunge that into his neck. I can't help it there. That was funny, dog. That guard grabbed it. Oh, yeah. Well, I didn't say it. I was saying this in my head. I'm trying to open up his throat. So I grabbed him like this. Whew. Hit him in the neck, and I was trying to open it up like you do. They show with a can open from the olden days. That sucker grabbed that sucker and pulled, and he fell on the top tier and rolled down from third tier all the way to base. So I ran to the corner and grabbed the 50-gallon drum, threw it down and tried to break his neck or hit him with it something so he knock him out. So then I can run down there and finish him. But the man up in the gun tower, he heard the commotion, and I had to duck back in my cell because I wasn't even supposed to be on that floor. So I had to run back up one tier to my floor, close my door, told John, hey man, I'm gonna either die or get locked up because I think that he might have figured it was me. So here, take this because I had the towel wrapped around my arm because I had to shake in that. So when I hit him, the blood was splashed back and only get on that, not all over my clothes. But some did get on my shirt. So when I got back to the cell, I already took off my shirt, the towel, wrapped it all up and gave it to John. Hey, John, you should get rid of that for me.
LW asks, were you able to go to your brother's funeral while you were in prison?
Which brother?
I think he's talking about
Andre?
Yeah.
The one that they killed? No. Well, I sort of like went, but Bruiser basically was telling me who all and shit was involved with killing my little brother, his uncle. But yeah, he told me what the deal was. Then when I was looking around for Boo or somebody that nobody else was there but me. So I had to go back to the prison because I was only allowed out so long. Because at that time, I didn't need no guard to go with me. They let me go because, like my sister came and picked me up, went to the funeral, but me, basically, I was outside. I didn't want to see my brother land like that. So I talked to Bruiser and them. They told me what's going on because that was my whole thing to just get there anyway. Because if they could have gave me the information that I needed, I would have been going back for murder or probably wind up dead. But I was going to take care of that problem until he told me who was behind it. I was like, what? He said, yeah, man. Andre, he said, didn't give him the money. And Boo had to keep his face by having him knocked off. Showing that can't nobody walk him for no money. Man, boy should have knew I would have took care of that tab. But I guess he figured he gonna show them that he could have my little brother, underage, knocked off. He shouldn't have got in dealing with my little brother. I told him that before I went to prison. And then I went to prison because he left that dope bag in my car. When the police pulled me over there, they found it. They ain't gonna tell me, let's skip it. I'm just gonna take a cop for it.
Gucci Runts asks, was Demetrius Holloway the biggest deal in Detroit during his time?
No. He was not.
Real quick, Willie B. Taylor. Shout out to Willie B. Taylor.
Willie B. Taylor. Willie B. Taylor. That name sounds familiar.
He one of the people from last video.
Oh. Hey, what's up, Willie? I hope everything's good for you, my brother. But But Demetrius wasn't the biggest. He was up there. Him, Maserati Rick, Big Ed, Big Jack, all of them was up there. But I ain't gonna say he wasn't or he was, because I knew people that putting it down so much that they were doing them but just selling weight. And the Italian that I knew, they was really putting it down. But of course, Demetrius and them probably didn't know these that I knew there in Michigan.
Oh, this damn thing. Oh, it ain't gonna do it. Oh, wait, will it? Let me see. I'm trying to get it to stop with the fluctuations because it keep getting dark and light.
Oh, sorry, people.
I was trying to see if it was going
light or dark, because we still learning all this. We going live, so we still trying to get all the kinks up out of it.
Oh, John Money asked a good question. He said, "Boom, how do you feel about Canadian citizens not being able to harm home invaders or risk prosecution? How would you deal with it?"
Who?
That's crazy. He's saying that in Canada,
in Canada,
motherfucker breaking your home, you're not supposed to harm them or you risk prosecution.
They would never find them. Nobody, because I would just make that body disappear. A lot of people would have been eating good pork. Breaking my home, you gonna meet my tree shredder. And no chopping up bodies, getting rid of bodies never bothered me, because hey, only the strong survive.
Gucci wants asked, did you ever find out who did that to Boogaloo? Somebody
Okay. You mean who did Boogaloo?
No, they answered it right up under there.
Oh, they did?
He said Charles Wilkinson, Stacey Keebler.
Yeah, well,
Cover. I said
Keebler. Well, Stacey Machine did them. Charles and them was downstairs. This is what Charles tell me, because like I said, when he came back, he was, blah, 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 telling me everything that went on while, like I was already locked up. But he said, yeah, Boo had his party, and Boo went upstairs to go to sleep. Charles waited, Stacey waited a little bit, went upstairs, seen that he could just do Boo right here, so he did. Dude! They duct taped this button, dropped him off. And from what Chuck say. But I wasn't there. I don't know if anybody ever was found guilty on that, or if Stacey ever told him that he was the one that did it. If he did, he better make sure he keep that clear. And if he didn't, he better make sure he keep his mouth shut on it. Because Chuck is still out there. I'm quite sure Chuck snitched on him, because, hey, Chuck was in the snitch unit with us. A lot of people were snitching, but they didn't go to the unit because they wasn't the ones that were going to go into the courtroom and testify.
LW asks, do you believe Demetrius Holloway killed some of the best friends?
No. I know he was trying to. That's why we went after him. He was trying to. Whether he did it or not, he might have. If he did someone that really wasn't known to us. He did somebody lower. Like down there on
one of the henchmen.
On like Stacey level and so forth. See, I just met Stacey when I came home from prison in 1990. Stacey and Chuck and all them, they wasn't down with us before then. And if they was, then they were really down low on the board. But I never met them. My first time meeting was 1990 when Boo introduced me to him. I was like, oh, and Boo was telling them about me and this and that. Boo also was trying to scare them by saying, if y'all go to prison, y'all gonna become booty followers, or somebody gonna try to take your booty. Ain't that right, Boone? I was like, okay, I see what he's trying to do. He's trying to make sure that if they ever get pulled over by the police, that they'll shoot it out with them, because they don't want to go to prison and get their booty taken. So, matter of fact, that's what he did when the police tried to pull him over there pull him over on the West Boulevard. He got out and shot it out. And then took off, got away, went back because they put it in the papers about how he shot it out, or so I said how he shot up the police car with them in it. And he got the lawyer to go down there while he turned himself in. And the lawyer said, we got pictures of how he looked now. This is how we expect him to look when y'all bring him over to the courthouse. Of course, Boo beat that.
Joe McBride asks, how often did you ever come to Toledo?
Sometime I would go to Toledo and stay up there for months. But like I said, people rarely see me because, like I said, I wasn't out there. Mark and them was out there like that, making this, making that. Me, I was more like the sit back person. So if I got to do something to somebody, they would never recognize me. I know one guy I follow up there in Lima. I followed him around until we caught his butt and took him off. Toledo, like we had that thing with them up there in that apartment building. Guy gonna tell about Detroit ain't gonna come up here and do it. What you gonna do? You got us mixed up. We ain't up here to talk. Now, if you want to get busy, we get busy, and we got busy.
Joey Dirt asks, in your opinion, has the military gotten weaker or stronger since you was in it?
I ain't gonna say stronger or weak. They still the same. They training people to do things that they wouldn't want to do. They get people to volunteer or they draft people, and some branches they'll train you to be nothing but a killer. But then when it come time for you to get that job you're supposed to get, then they be like, well, you're gonna have to wait a little bit longer. Why don't you sign up for another tour? Then when you finish that tour, well, why don't you just start training these people? We're going to keep you number one on our list to get you in there. But if you of color, you can forget that.
Keith Henderson asks, how would you say your experience has shaped you over time?
Well, basically, since I was little, like I said, I still lived it the same way. Kept my mouth shut, kept to myself, and just watched people. If you sit back and just watch, grin when they grin, laugh when they laugh, but look, you know what they're up to, what they're doing, and how they try to play you. Because a lot of people always try to play me like I'm a dummy.
Charlie said, what's up? Just a hand up.
Hey, what's up, niece? Love you. And Jermaine said hey, too.
Okay, John Money asks, have you ever had baby mama drama? I'm currently in a custody battle with my ex. They live with me, but she keeps bringing random men around my kids. Oh, damn. When she has them on weekends, should I check her?
If your baby mama got your kids, you can't check her like you would like to. You go on and ask her, hey, baby, can you quit bringing all these men around my kids, getting them confused? Because if one of those guys put their hands on my child, they gonna come up missing. Literally missing. That means that they done ran off to another country, another world. Lord knows somebody put their hands on my kid, they gonna definitely come up missing. But I'm gonna make sure that they suffer a great deal. Because I don't want them to go back and put their hands on somebody else's kid. Keep your hands to yourself. And you baby mamas, don't use the kid against them. Like my baby mama used my kid against me. Like, well, you can't see your kid then if you ain't gonna do this and give me that. And I'll be like, what? Girl, don't do that because you're gonna make my kid thinking that I don't want to be around them. No, I love my kid. I'll die for them.
Cargo Chris, yes. No. Well, I guess they war wounds, but they not. He asked about the wounds in your arm. That's come from the street.
That come from
not the army.
A couple of them I got on my body came from the service. But the big ones, this is an AK, that came from the street. The M16, that came from the Army. The 9s in my back, that came from the person still out there know how they shot me in the back. But they still out there. I don't think anybody looking to get into more to gangster stuff with me.
Theodore Cowart says Eddie Jr. said Holloway killed Brown Bro in the car after his bro funeral.
Killed who?
He don't specify. He just said he killed he's supposed to kill one of the brothers in a car after his brother funeral. Maybe he needs to work that better.
I know. I only know one person that killed in the car, and that was up at Pat Lounge when he came out of there and went through his car. That he was surprised and they gunned him down there. They had to call me because I was over in Canada. Because first they said it was me that was dead. I was like, what? My mama, my sister, everybody thought I was dead because the news people were saying that it was me that was killed up at Pat Lounge on the side and getting into my car. I said, no, I'm right here. Listen to my voice. I'm still here, Mom.
Gucci Runs asks, what kind of guys were Ezra and Brown? We don't hear much about them since they were killed early on. I don't know what this is.
They was cool brothers. You ask me, they was always quieter than the other brothers. But Ezra, he was cool. Matter of fact, he used to always hang out with our nephew Bruiser. Ghost did too. Matter of fact, they both hung out with Bruiser most of the time because that's just how that neighborhood was over there on the east side. Bewick, Mac, Holcomb, Baldwin, Connors. That's just how everybody knew each other over there. We'd hang out at the pool hall, at Donetta's shrimp shop. Donetta's. I used to love to go up there almost like every other day.
Princess Louise Chanel says, hey, she waving at you.
Princess Louise?
Yeah, or is it Louis J?
Hey, Princess.
I'm just going to say Princess Chanel.
Princess Chanel. That name sounds familiar, but hey.
John Money asks, if you could go back and change one thing, what would it be?
My little brother death. I wouldn't change none of the ways that I grew up. I'm sorry, that's just was life. I grew up in that. My little brother didn't. He was going to school, he was kind and generous, but when I got locked up, I left him some money, but he ran through that. So I guess he decided that he was going to try to sell some drugs. And I told him, boy, don't. And I told Boo, hey, man, whatever you do, man, don't sell my brother or give him anything, man, because he ain't going to pay you back because he think whatever yours is mine was mine is yours. That's the way we roll. But for family members, don't. And only reason he knew my family because everybody that came on Holcomb and Mac knew my sister, knew my brother, knew Jimmy, knew Bruiser, knew all them.
Joseph Gonzalez asks, Mr. Kraft, how did the Gun Ho magazine go? Was it like a briefing or like an option? You don't have to go into super details on it. But
I wasn't going to go into super detail. It was just something that we did at that moment. That's all I can speak on. I can't give too much. Like I said, the rest of it will be given up in the movie. The information, same way with the other, what's the other book? Penthouse. That got me in their magazine.
Yeah, that one and something else.
Yeah. And the other,
something like that.
the Street Brew or Vibe or whatever, and she got me in there. Several places got me in there. I'm trying to think of that one. Ain't nobody seen that yet. I haven't even spoke on it. Matter of fact, I'm not even going to speak on it now, but yeah, I got several magazines and several news articles, and plus the newsman from Channel 4, I'm trying to remember his name. I'm bad on names that if I don't look at my phone or look at the paperwork, I'm bad on remembering everybody's name. I'm trying not to get back into that.
I got like another 4 questions. Question from Gucci Runs. I like the name too. What made you start competing in Toughman competition?
Well, I just got out of prison, and I had all that anger in me. So Bruiser was telling me, hey, you know that they got that Toughman contest. You get in there and fight, and there's no rules. It's kick, karate, boxing. You good at all that. So you basically do what you want to do. So I did. Also, they also geeked me up by telling me that one of the boxers going to be
The prison guard.
a prison guard. So, oh, yes, please put me in there. And they didn't. He was the first one that I had to fight. But he didn't want to get up after the first bout. He decided that he going. He said, man, that man trying to kill me. There's no rules. But, yeah, that's how I got into that. I still got that article on that, too, of the fight with Butterbean and all them. And so I got a lot of stuff that I'm not going to spread out, because then people going to try to take that and come up with their own little movie thing and say, this is fiction, though. This is not nobody or no certain areas. So I won't give up everything. That's why I said I got a lot of stuff still.
Captain Detroit asked, which I already know the answer to, but he asked, did you ever talk to Rockin' Red since he's locked up?
Through people, yeah. Talk to him face to face, no. When we was in prison together, I had talked to him, while I was in there, and then I was on my way coming home. That's why I wound up back in Jackson. And when I got out, he called me and told me that he loved his brother. I guess he finally heard about what went down, about how he loved his brother and so forth, this and that. I said, well, I love my brother too. That was something that just didn't rock right with me or him.
Papa HP says, did you ever teach any of the best friends how to use a knife?
No, but I told him that that's the best way to kill is with a knife if you get close enough to a person. But yes, I taught a couple of them how to shoot. I mean, they told me, well, I took them somewhere, set up the little matchsticks, the one with the little blue tip on the top, and showed them how to light each one by shooting that. They were like, you didn't miss. I said, I don't miss. Army Ranger Special Force, ex-sniper, I don't miss. If I pull my weapon, whatever I'm pulling on, I ain't gonna miss. That's why when they shot me up, they seen me get my weapon out and they took off. Yeah, because I won't miss.
The 2 of them got shot.
But that gonna be told later. More on that situation gonna be brought up later too. I'm sorry that I can't get into the stuff that I know y'all really want me to get into. But I gotta save something for a movie deal or a book, or it dies with me. And like I told my kid, if they want to come to y'all for these paperwork, remember, all my paperwork are sealed. Armies, everything is sealed. So you could sell this if they ever come to you. Oh, well, and so for what your father do this, did your father sell it to him? Don't give anything away free.
Keith Henderson, I like this question too. It's kind of fucked up, but I like it. He asked, if someone begged you and really had nothing to do with nothing, would you have spared them? How the hell they get
Well, I did
in?
spare the one person. Tony, I spared. Now, Tony, if you out there watching this, you know I did. I spared you. Even though we wanted to really kill you. That's what we came there for. But the other guy decided to just talk and slap you around. Me? No. That's why you heard me argue with him. No, man, we got to kill this dude. But you was begging and so forth. I ain't going to say you was begging. You was pleading for your life, saying that you going to pay him the money. Me, I would have just went on and killed you and let it be known so the street would know. Don't play with somebody's money. Because you see what happened to Tony. They butchered him up bad.
Joe McBride. Every time I hear this name, I just think about Joe Exotic. But how far apart? My bad, Joe. How far apart was BMF operating, and when you was running the streets? So like, how far apart were y'all?
BMF, we never heard of them.
So they came out about afterwards, like
they had to come after the '90s. So you like Stacy and them might have heard of them, might have dealing with them or so forth. But in the '80s, when I was there, no, never heard of them, because if they was known to best friend, I'm quite sure that they would have wound up on the hit list if they was getting money like that. Because like I said, we went after most people that was on the top. We went after them. Why? For greed and money. That's why a whole lot of them ran off.
J Tag got a question. I like this. Good. He said, "Hey, Boone, just wondering how many times did you use your tree shredder for branches? Of course, just
Oh, no, well, for body wise, about 4. The rest of the time, we just basically left body parts here and there, took them everywhere, and tell them put that together like a jigsaw puzzle. And sometimes we'd take the guns or whatever, we'd melt them down and drop them off at 1300 Bogey in the front of their place. And they always thought that they were just black rocks because they was all scorched and burnt until they got me. When they got me, I told them what they were. I said, "Oh, those are guns." We just melted them down so you will never find the pistols. Since we used to put them up on 8 Mile and DeQuinta, when that one guy got caught with one of the guns, and he went to prison for it because he didn't pull the trigger on the person. We did, but he went to prison for it. And I told people, they talking about, we don't want to hear anything about somebody else went to prison on. I said, yeah, but he went to prison for a murder he didn't do.
Rocco Sanders from Oklahoma said, "What's up?"
Hey, Rocco, this weather up. Supposed to rain yesterday, supposed to rain today. I don't.
LW asks, "Are there any videos of the Toughman contest back in the day? What's this like in the 80s and 70s?"
Yeah, there was video. See all those cameras sitting there all around us, the stage and so forth, videoing us as we was boxing and fighting. I was like, okay, well, they finna get a show, but at least they have a show in case I kill somebody. I said, we signed the papers saying that we that we are risking our lives. Yeah.
The waiver.
The waiver. I don't mind. Ain't nobody gonna get that close to me. Like I said, the first 3 fights, they didn't last that long whatsoever. They never went past the first and never that long into the first. That's why the guy was talking about, well, man, you got to make them go longer so we can give people to really enjoy. Man, I don't care. I got tension and anger to take out on me. I just got out of prison, and I just came from somewhere else too, but I got all this tension in me. Boy, that was nice getting it released.
John Money asking, "Have you ever been to Windsor, Ontario?"
I know I have. I'm just trying to remember where. That's not by the Rocking Tower, is it? Or you let the Robinson in?
We'll check back in a second. Let's see if he
okay, bro. We're going to check back and see.
Gucci Runs asks, "Do you know John Clausen?"
John Clausen. Name don't ring no bell, but a whole lot of people was using street names or, just phony names or made up name. Like Bruiser, my nephew, he used the 2020 boy or Cash Money. Every place he went to, he had a different name. Same way as Smoke, he used a different name. Same way as the friend. When we go to different states, we didn't use the same name. I never told anybody my name, because really I didn't like meeting people. I just like to watch them.
Joy Dirt got a nice question. He say, "How would your generation handle the internet and still being in street life?"
I'm not quite sure, because everybody, back then, you had to have money to have a phone. Now everybody got a phone. They love to record.
Cameras everywhere.
Cameras and everywhere, and the internet. You can put your entire. I mean, we didn't have none of that.
I don't think they would have fared like, because especially you telling me that like they was running up in places with cameras. They didn't give a fuck about the witnesses wearing masks. They'd have got caught quick. Because there's cameras everywhere, and these cameras high definition.
People basically, as soon as they see things or hear anything, they got their cameras up. I'll be like, man, if I were to do something now, I got to make sure that I lay work out to make sure there's no camera, and then if it's in, what is the blind spots? But if you miss one, then you got a camera on the next building, I mean, you go up and down the street, man, police can tell you exactly where you been. No, well, we got you on this camera, and there you go getting caught on this camera and the next camera. We could track you every move from that. I said, whoa. And these fools out here getting caught, going up in gas stations, shooting it up. Outside the gas station shooting. They got cameras. Of course you're going to get caught, dum-dum. You're going to do something, you better do it in all black. From the head to your toe and not showing no body part. No tattoo. That's why I ain't never had no tattoo. No anything. You got to be blacked out. So then you can basically stand there in the dark. Nobody even would notice you because you in black completely. Just don't move. And keep an eye on your victim. When your victim show up, then walk calmly. Don't run because everybody going to be... So walk away quietly and slowly. But people, don't take none of this into action or doing that. I'm just speaking because that's how I would do it.
This ain't the
That's
70s
how I would do it.
or the 80s.
I mean, and nowadays y'all be getting caught so quickly and so badly and going to prison. Most of y'all don't know how to serve that type of time that you will wind up getting. So don't do the crime if you can't do that time. Cause me, I was used to being always away from my loved ones. The majority of the time, my loved one didn't even know where I was.
J-Tag got a nice question. He said, Boone, out of all the gangsters you came across, who did you think would have been the most dangerous, or who would have made you wary? Who was you wary? Who did you had to keep your eye on?
Well, I had to keep my eye on Frank when he came up here to bring me that stuff to start me off. Because like he said, you know about me, so let's keep everything straight. I know you just a little kid, but you think and function like you a grown man. You got people out here on the street talking about you, and whoever your sidekick is, they be like, y'all be running up on people, beating them, and you like collecting their money, pulling your guns out. I said, well, we only do that when we had to force someone to really give it up because they think we won't shoot them. Oh, I'll take the top of your head off. It don't bother me to see blood and this and that. And I was raised on a farm, so.
Joe McBride asks, he said, was Gratiot Avenue as bad back then as it is now?
To me, Gratiot don't seem like it's bad like it was back then. Cause right there, Gratiot in right there by 94, they used to have a Coney Island place sitting right there. Yeah, Gratiot and Harper. Yeah, they used to have. They used to have that Coney Island. Yep, and all that's everywhere in that area. But also the police used to be up there. They'll go up there and get their food and so forth until they see our cars coming up, then they'll leave. You ain't got to leave, just don't say nothing to us. But yeah. Back then, Gratiot was wow. I ain't quite sure how it is now, but if you ask me, it was back then. Especially in the 80s. Yeah.
No Lemon asking the question that I think somebody asked earlier, but I didn't respond to it because it's been. But he died from COVID.
Who did?
They asked him what happened to Germ.
Oh yes, he died of COVID. Yes, he died of COVID. Nobody ever knew about him either. Just me. Me and him only knew about each other. We never spoke with people. We never talked with people. Even when we went to Chicago on 3 different occasions, we had to go up to Chicago and take care of some wet work. Those were pictures of me and Jerm in Chicago at the Tiger Club. We left from there, went around to the other club and took care of that work. Went back to the club we started off in. Took the girls home. Jumped on the freeway and came back to Detroit. We never stuck around for days and so forth after we did the work. We get the hell out of there soon. So why they run around there looking for somebody thinking that they live there? No, they import us from other cities the same way other countries would import me. Jerm never went with me. He knew about it, but he never went with me. I told him, if anything ever happened, make sure you get the people that I leave on this paper. That means that they set me up.
Cole Ray and Big Gooch. I'm gonna get to y'all in a second. I got 2 more questions before now. Rakisha too. That's not a question, so I ain't gonna ask that. Joe Dirt. Did you ever have a goal, money wise, to get out of the game? Like,
Joe Dirt?
Yeah, Joey Dirt.
Oh, Joey Dirt. Well, yes.
My bad.
My ending of my period was supposed to be 1990 when I got out of prison. I had my money already stashed and everything, but they killed my little brother. So that put me back into it. I mean, I had everything set up. So once I got released, I was gone. Here I come, Paris. I had everything set up. Well, I can't get deep into that either. Like I said, I don't want to give everything up because people out there stealing my stuff and say that, well, this is fiction though, and they could do this. Nah, I won't get into it deep, but I will, if they ever come with a movie deal, I will get deep into all this stuff.
Daniel Faith said he did 20 years in the Max Pen. He saw some serious knife emoji. Or is that a sword?
I have too. Well, you know, like, we had the shank that was about like that. Then we had the longer one. They got longer and longer as time went on. And that's why we call them, some of them, horse. Because the sucker was so long, whoom, had to put them up our sleeve, and then you run into somebody in the back, and just back gut them. But you had to get through that backbone. But if you had it sharp enough, it would have cut right through that bone. He just opened up.
Man.
Now, if you get somebody in the front, then you have to watch their intestines and everything just fall out. But yeah, I seen a lot of shanking going on in there. I was only shanked once. They did that at the card table. Yeah, at the card table. I was sitting there, we playing skins. And the guy walked up and hit me. I thought somebody was just pushing me. I didn't know he had stabbed me until my boy said, hey man, what you gonna do, just stand there and bleed everywhere? Who you talking? He said, you. I said, bleed where? He said, man, you got a shield sitting on the side of you. What the fuck? He said, that nigga running right there across the yard towards control center. I got to look until he finally bent and turned to look behind him to see if we was chasing him. He ran into control center. The control center locked his butt up. So I had to go up in 4 block to the doctor in there, inmate doctor. And he took it out, slapped that spoon to it after he heated up, poured out, did all that crap to it, slapped that thing to it. That's why it looked like a spoon. Well, somewhat of a spoon handle. And healed it. I went back over to my cell and I had to take out my stinger so that if they come, I could tell them that my stinger fell on me, and that's how I got burnt. But yep, they came to me and told me, somebody said that you was trying to do something. I said, oh, what you talking about? Well, we got to take you to control center. They got me control center, then they said, take off your shirt. My shirt? Take my shirt off. I said, okay, now raise your arms and turn around. I said, man, what's going on, man? Y'all ain't into that booty stuff, is you? Then I'm going to take my clothes off. He said, man, just take your shirt off, Mr. Kraft, and turn around. But, of course, they didn't call me Mr. Kraft. They called me, well, I almost gave my number up, but, you know, like But you know, like they called me by my prison number. I turned around. They went to looking. They said, "Hey, wait a minute, stop. What's that?" Oh, oh man, y'all ain't gonna take my stinger, is you? What you mean? My stinger popped back and hit me on the side. When was this? I said, it was early this morning when, you know, like I was heating up my coffee and stuff. He said, yeah, well, we know you into a lot of stuff, but somebody said they stabbed you. Stabbed who? Me? Nah. When? When was this? Because I don't remember ever being stabbed. But yeah, he did. But he wanted to lock up because he knew if he came back to the yard population, he was going to get butchered. But either way it go, somebody butchered him up in the whole unit. Somebody went in there, got him, and then you know the person got him got kicked out of the hole. They didn't care about if they get some time because they would never get out of prison anyway. That's what I said. I had men in there that wasn't worried about it.
Corey Patterson asks, "Hey Boone, did you know the guy they call Big James Lamont? I guess he shot Bug and killed his brother Ezra by a police station. Bug threw a rock in their window. They say
That he killed who?
I think they saying Big James Lamont. I guess brother was shot Bug and killed his brother Ezra by a police station.
I knew that they chased Boo and they shot Boo and by a police station.
They said they killed Ezra by a police station.
That person that talking now said that they killed him?
No, Big James Lamont killed him.
Okay, Big James did do it. That's why we went after Big James. But yeah, I can't give that up either. But yes, that situation did occur. Boo caught one, but nothing serious.
Shout out to Grandma. I like that name. What's the other question? Oh, Runs asked this question. Did you ever run across any Motown singers?
Yes. Temptation, Diana Ross, Smokey, I mean a lot of them. Because a whole lot of them was using drugs. I know because I was selling it to them. Yes, I was little, but I was selling it to them. They knew that they got the good stuff when it came to me. They knew that they could step on it a little bit more. When they was buying it from Red, his shit was, yeah. And even when Donald Goin did the book on him, Red with his Eldorado and this and that, hey, Donald Goin was just giving up too much. He spoke on quite a few people over there. And did he speak on me? Yes, he did. Which my part was, I ain't gonna tell y'all into the movie. But y'all be like, whoa, that was, yes, it was.
No Limit asks, were you ever at a point in life where you were scared or were you always been cold-blooded?
I'm not cold-blooded, I just...
Indifferent?
Man, you can put it that way. I'm indifferent. I'm a different type of human being. Only thing scared me is if you're trying to take my food. That caused me to go crazy. But as someone threatened me or trying to get me to go off and this and that, you can't get me to go off. I ain't no dummy. You get me to go off, there's another outcome to that. You get me doing cursing words or all this and that, that's another outcome. So I always think ahead before I say it. Because if you say something, you can't pull that back. Gotta be clear to make sure whatever you say, you covered. Or can't nobody else get it to you. I mean, several people on my hater list, they really be coming at me. I'll be just saying, if you say so, my favorite word, if you say so. So if you get this thing from me saying, if you say so, I'm being smart mouth with you. Evidently you don't know me or you trying to guess at something or you trying to pull me off my wagon. No, I got that wagon tight. You feel me, baby?
Sorry if I fuck up your name. I think it's Grimace von Flup, Flupp. I'm just gonna call him Grimace. Did the Breast Friends ever collaborate with the Curry brothers, or was there animosity?
You who?
Did y'all ever collaborate? Like, did y'all ever work with the Curry brothers, or was there just animosity between y'all?
We never worked with the Curry brothers. Curry brothers had their own thing going on, where they wind up on the list at the very end. And like I said, when I pulled up in that gas station and the Curry brothers see me, they jumped back. Well, they didn't jump back. They was all in their car, but they took off flying down Mac. We took off behind them, but they pulled up in front of the police station, so we had to hit Gratiot and come back around to see what was up. We didn't because the police was coming all out there. We didn't want nobody to see what type of car we was in at that time, but he peeped the move and he knew that we was there to do him, so he basically turned himself in because the police was looking for him. They was looking for him, but he turned himself in, and that's how that situation turned about. But I ain't never had no dealing with him other than I think it's Johnny and me that have kids by the same family. Yeah, because I used to be over there, or sometimes he used to be sitting over there, and I pull up and he'll look, and then like finally he recognized me. Wait a minute, and not to mention my girlfriend also told him who I really was, so he was kind of skeptical. But of course, they most likely told them, "Oh, you ain't gotta worry about him. He ain't trying to do nothing to you, man," or vice versa, this and that. Back then it wasn't like that. Not at that time because they never made my list until way after that. They made it then, and I was like, well, I know how to get to them. So Boo was like, yeah, man, come on, man. We know where to hang out too, over on Wilshire. I was like, yeah. But see, you're not going to go through there blasting up that house. They got kids and somebody always there. And the kids are always out there. My kid as well as his kids and other people's kids. That's a big family. And hey, Roy, I give you a shout out, Roy, only because you my ex-brother-in-law. I ain't quite sure if you wanted people to know that, but yeah, you my ex-brother-in-law. I was married to his sister.
Mac 285 said, "What's up, Mac?"
Nothing but this weather, baby. Nothing but this weather. What's up with you? You all right?
Question from Grim One. Do you ever have nightmares for the things you have done?
Nightmares?
Yeah.
Why would I have nightmares? I'm sorry. Why would I have nightmares? Really, I don't even have no type of anything other than I'm always thinking about my kids when I'm going to sleep, think about my life and what I'm trying to get at that point. But for the things I did, no. Understand, they was part of the game. If you mixed up in this illegal situation game and so forth, it's the game, baby. Don't get mad at me. If you involved, understand, there ain't too many ways to go in that game. I done spoke on that before too about that. So yeah, I don't have nightmares. I don't have no regrets other than that they killed my little brother. That's the only thing I have regrets on, but anything else, no. I'm not cold-blooded. I don't function like that. I'm sorry. Why would I have regrets?
Juan asked Eddie Jackson Jr.
My grandson Juan?
Nah.
Oh.
I don't know. It just say Juan A. Eddie Jackson Jr. has... he's been making videos on YouTube. Do you have any experience with Eddie Jackson Jr. or Sr.?
I have no experience with Eddie Jackson Jr.
Or the Fat Man.
I don't think I ever even spoke with him. If I did, it was on something that I don't recall, but I don't remember ever meeting him.
No Limit, he is monetized. If you having problems, just click the name up there at the top, whatever. Go to the page. It's a link for Cash App or something. He was saying, you gotta get monetized so you can donate the story. It's interesting.
You pay attention. That's okay.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, my brother. I'm just trying to get some money so I could be able to get the material I need so I can get this stuff going so I can let people know where they can buy it at.
Yeah. Joey Dirt, he did him dirty. He said, why white boy Rick snitch if he was going to do all that time anyway? He wasn't supposed to do all that.
He wasn't supposed to do all that time. But you got to understand, it was the state that got white boy. He was working for the feds. The state got him. And the feds knew that they couldn't get involved with that because the boy was a minor at the time. You can't have a minor working for you. So they had to keep that on the down low.
And
so when he went up in front of that state, and we knew he was going to court, so we all went down there. We was going to try to find a way to get to him. That's why when the news media was there, they was filming it and talking about, free white boy, white boy. I don't know them. Oh yeah, he don't know us. Especially when me and Boo went into the courthouse and we sat right there behind him. I mean, everybody noticed us because we two big giants, big black bald head guys sitting behind him. When he stood up, we stood up. Until the judge said, okay, y'all leave the courtroom. So after a little words back and forth, we went on and left. But we went outside. We got those big bolo ropes on back then, going everywhere. We had every type of car out there as well. And we was making sure that that boy didn't walk. That's why we did what we did. And not to mention, I told him, hopefully I could get him when they bring him out. People told me I was on top of a federal building and this. There's buildings down there from Frank Hall, Murphy, if you understand what that area was. Like, sometimes didn't have to be on top. Sometimes you'd be in a van. Cut square out that window. Wait till they bring him out. As soon as he take that first 2 steps, nobody even would have heard the shot. They would just seen him going backwards. But no, I wasn't on top of a federal building. I ain't never told nobody no crap like that. That was done by that other guy that did a podcast on me. He told all that bull crap. He had the picture drawn of me on top of a building. All kind of shit they had on me.
Shout out to Lotto and Gary Nesbitt from the UK.
Lotto.
It's a Lotto Soldier.
Lotto Soldier.
You telling me everybody hit that like button.
And shit from the UK was I don't know why, man. I'm crazy about the UK over there. They showing me more love than my own state over here. My own country. That's what I said. If I ever did, and if they ever wanted to make a movie of me over there, now I go over there and do it and sell it to them cheaper. Than to sell it to one of these so-called people over here that going to try to rob me like they did BMF, white boy. I mean, they did a lot of people dirt and wrong.
Oh, speaking of Lotto, he asked, did Butch Jones ever try to push on y'all?
Butch Jones was cool with us. We knew Butch Jones. We was hanging out on Holcomb and Mac. You sit out there on the porch. I didn't drink, but they drank. They have a drink or shot or this and that and talk bull crap. But no, Butch was doing his own thing and we were doing our own thing. But of course, if Butch ever needed us, of course, he had to pay the price for us to, do anything. But he didn't have to. He had his own soldiers that would do things. But Butch was a cool dude. At least as far as my knowledge, Butch was cool. I never had no problem with him. Even when we had the same Jeep. Same color, everything. Till the police pulled me over on my. You ain't Butch? I said, no crap. Man, y'all poke at almost the same thing. Not yeah, but on the back of this Jeep it say, everybody want to be on top of the world. It got a money sack and a bag of drugs. His didn't have that. It was just black and gold too as well. And Butch, if you see this, what's up, baby boy? I got your last message you sent me, and I'm gonna keep it strong. Trust me. You got my messenger. Hit me up anytime you need. And if you see Red, tell him I say hey. And because I ain't heard from him either, only through certain people that we know. But tell him that I'm hoping that he could get out, because for what he in there for, he didn't do it. He might have been present, but he didn't do it. I could talk more on that too, but like I said, I got to keep something, because I did speak on it, whoops the people, but we don't want to hear anything about people that's already locked up and this and that.
I don't know why Chemo Luciano asking this, but he asking where was Bruiser's territory, and where was y'all? Why they asking about territory? They ain't got no other questions.
With no territory, everybody basically was in the same area. It's just that if you was down low, you kept it down low. But if you start getting up, that's when certain people would try to come at you. But see, Bruiser, he also took off to different states and was doing his thing. His boys that were still here in Michigan was, rolling and so forth, but they stayed on the low, He was known still here in Michigan's 2020, but they also went all out different states. That's how he made all that money. That's why Boo was getting mad at him.
Daniel Faith said, bro, let's me and you do a boxing match for charity.
I wish I could, but there probably ain't no money involved with that, because, as you said, charity. Whatever I do, I got to make money for it, because I need money. Might get me some teeth like that one guy had. I need money. Since I ain't got no teeth but these at the bottom. But yeah, I need money to survive on now. The government took all my stuff. I got a stack of forfeiting slips for what they took: property, money, cars, home, clothes. They took my clothes. What the hell?
I like that. Corey Patterson. I said Corey. Asks, have you guys ever thought about doing a live where people can actually come on and ask questions themselves and interact? That'll be something.
Corey Patterson. Patterson?
Yep, Patterson.
Is he family? Because that's some of our family last name too. Patterson.
I have no. If I ain't seen him, I don't know him.
But anyway, that would be nice to set something up like that, to have a little stage and so forth. People wanted to come on and talk about things. But I would always so tell them, don't talk about anything that you can get you locked up. This show is not about KPD. I don't want you to speak on something that the police gonna meet you outside or be at your house. Only speak on things that you won't get locked up for, things that won't fall back up in your lap. You could say, allegedly I heard this, or that's what a whole lot of these podcasts doing. Allegedly we heard this. Allegedly this mother went down. I don't do allegedly. I'm sorry. I do the facts.
Oh, my bad. Yellowburger 49 said, Boone on Google, it says you're 95. I don't know why the fuck.
Boone on Google?
Yeah, they said they Googling, and it's on Google. It's
telling everybody I'm
95.
Well, I'm a good 95, dude. But Google also state that I died, that I'm dead. They got my obituary, and I was like, wait a minute, why is it? Oh, that's when they were supposed to execute me up in Ohio. Oh, okay, that's why they...
Jake Ted asks, what about Nikki Barnes from New York? Was that in your era too? I mean, it sounded like it could have been, but
yeah, it was.
He is in New York.
Yeah, but see, people travel when they sell drugs. And people would go to where the drugs is cheaper or where the drugs is better. But did I ever meet Nikki Barnes? No. Did I know about him? Yes. I knew about quite a whole lot of people that was big time. Like I said, somebody wound up on my list because the Italian lied. They said that they owed them money. Of course, when I did my recon, I found out Well, me and Whichco, we did our recon and we found out that was a lie. So, of course, I had to go to the Italians and let them know. This man better not get a scratch on his finger because you lied to me. Now, what you mean? You ain't supposed to be doing no... I said, yes, we do research on the people that we get ready to knock off to make sure that you ain't just got us out here doing somebody that ain't got nothing to do with what you talking about. And he had nothing to do. Y'all owe him. Y'all got to buy y'all stuff from him because he got the good stuff. And that's when I had to tell the guy, hey man, those people tried to hire me to do you. You know me, we cool. I ain't never had no problem with you. But if you have a problem with them, you let me know. And me and my boys come back up here. We don't miss. We ain't got to run, drive by you, this and that. We be Stacy. They'll never hear it. They just watch them flip. That's why the Italians try to get us to do the hit.
Amani asks, have you been talking to White Boy Rick since he been home?
Only talked to him once. We met up at Eastland on his bus. And I did a little interview with him on the bus. We talked about different things and so forth. Like I said, I got nothing against no one unless they make the list. You make the list, then it's business. I have nothing to do with you personally, but it would be business. And like I told him, the person that did that, they are no longer alive, so you ain't got to worry about me. Not even if somebody knew what to come around and say, hey man, how much to go after him? I'm retired.
Gucci Runs asks, have you ran across Tracy Cohen, Maserati's ex, since she was released from prison?
No, the last time I seen Tracy was at the house where we went up in there and got the safe out of there. Me and somebody, which I'm not gonna say their name until a movie deal, but yeah, we went to go up there and get the safe up out of there after Rick got killed. They didn't want to give it to us, but
I don't know why he put this on here. Z Loaded G, I don't know what the fuck his name is. Sorry if I messed up your name, sir. At what age did you join the Bloods?
they never joined no Bloods
I guess they've been
or
reading
no
books, some
Crips
shit
or
somebody put on
anything
Logan.
else like that. You must got me mixed up with someone else. I have nothing against none of the groups out there, but I have not ever joined a Blood or a Crip or... I'm sorry, I'm not into doing things that would harm my people more than what it is. I harm only those that get mixed up into their lifestyle. Bloods and Crips was out there harming people that ain't had nothing to do with anything. You're out there doing the wrong people. You may get the person, but...
Man, I don't think Corey Patterson's family. He said if we were, nobody would have owed me money.
What you say?
He said he don't think we family because if he was, people would have never owed him money. But also, I don't know what the fuck they put on Google because somebody say, you really bald head, that's for his protection. He said he look like he really got finger waves.
Ain't none of these wrinkles. And
Finger
no,
wave.
I ain't got no finger wave. Maybe it might be the light. I lost my hair in 1970. I think it's 77 or 78. I lost my hair using that hard water and, well, somewhere. I can't tell that either. Yeah.
Play L asks, do you think if you were the bodyguard for Demetrius Hollowell instead of Maserati, you would have benefited more from his situation more? Like, he would have been better to work with directly?
No. Demetrius was a back talker. He talked plenty shit behind people's backs. That's how we found out he was talking shit about us. He was telling Rick to stay away from us and this and that. And then when they had that little meeting talking about killing us, I guess he thought that we weren't going to find out about it. We found out the same night that they had the little meeting. We drove by there, but they had already bust up from there because we was going to bust up in that house and do everything in that house. Going to have a meeting about doing us. Boy, you out your rabbit mind. You think people ain't going to tell? I mean, y'all got girlfriends that go tell y'all business, that sell y'all pictures so we know what y'all look like. That's why I never took pictures.
Just want to say something real quick. Smooth G, go eat a bag of dicks, nigga. Ain't think about this whole ass. He said, watch out. Your interviewer sounds suspect. Watch out, Boone.
He said that he wanted to go eat some dick.
Something like
Excuse
that. I don't
my
know.
language.
Something about consuming Satchel Richards. I ain't worried about it. If you really, I got hands. You got hands. Fine. I got gloves. Come find out.
Watch my back. I ain't worried about my back.
Back to the questions. What was the question I just had too?
I could easily be found.
Kev Detroit asked, "What was your favorite car?" I think that was the Broham.
Yep, the Fleetwood Broham. That was my favorite. That's why I kept that sucker sweet. Money green, gangster white wall TV antenna, phone antenna, and yes, they had phones back then. People kill me with that. They didn't have no phones back in there. Yeah, okay, whatever you say. Maybe you never heard of it.
Joey Dirt asked, "Did any gangs try to extort you, whether they street or prison?"
I have never been extorted. Nobody ever tried to extort us or me.
The boogie. Oh shit! I like his name. His the little picture ID he got. He got a question. One question: Can you say how many kills you got in the army or the military? I can't remember which you were in. The army is a part of the military, so it,
Yeah, the army is part of the military.
I think he's talking about like the. I think he might have meant like the Marines,
streets,
but he was in the army.
I wasn't in no Marine.
But yeah, he just asking for your confirmed kill count.
Can't give you.
That's redacted.
You had to get that from the papers
Government.
when they come out. Oh, they already people been already trying to get them from the government, and they always call me. People keep calling down here trying to get your record, and we had to keep telling them we don't know nothing about it. Yeah, because everything is sealed. Can't nobody get them. So y'all that's trying to get my records or anything confirmation on me, you won't. Hell, you can't even get my youth home record. You can't even get my army record. You can't get anything. Ain't nobody gonna give it up. They don't want me to speak on things that they was behind a lot of stuff behind me as well, and they don't want me to speak on it. And they know that I was making copies of everything that they gave, all my military paper, prison paper, anything paper I got, I made a copy and got it out and sent out to make sure that in case something go down wrong and I wind up getting cremated, well, my story will still come out showing such and such person was doing this, such and such person was doing that, and who was behind my death. That's just the way I keep it.
Soft G, oh no, that's not towards you. That's towards me, I guess. Soft G says I can't fight. Come find out. No, you know what? Never mind. No, don't find out. That'll be better for you. I'm not be on here antagonizing nobody.
Yeah, see, they just trying to get you all thrown up and
I ain't
the
worried
holler
about
and so
it.
forth. Because see,
I ain't
that's
got
what
no
they
problem
want me to
knocking
do,
somebody's teeth
is to
out.
go
Shit.
and just go off on this thing. I'm not doing that. Somebody, what they said, go eat a bag of wee-wees. I'm quite sure that you probably had enough for everybody.
Oh, J Tad, I like this. Nate, did you encounter the real Aryan Brotherhood inside, and did the blacks and other races really respect them? I'm sure they all did. I mean, there was a gang in there just like all the rest of the gangs, I'm assuming.
Talking about the Aryan Brotherhood?
Yeah, in prison.
Well, in 1970 and yes, I ran into them twice. First time was during the riot in Jackson. And trust me, they basically, man, we ain't trying to fight nobody. Because Lord knows we had weapons galore. But the one at Muskegon, them boys, they was like, y'all can't come over here in this area. This our area. And brotherhood. I'm like, man, that's why they put y'all in Douglas unit. Because you don't tell Birch unit where to go. And we had just got transferred in there from Jackson too. Late at night, don't we? Man, y'all crazy.
Lotto asks, you ever run across Bigfoot in Vietnam?
That's Now that's laughable.
I don't think Bigfoot would do good in Vietnam. He better for forest. But if it was a Bigfoot in Vietnam, I'm pretty sure they'd have caught 8 and killed that motherfucker.
Yeah,
As much booby traps and all that.
He probably would have been tasting good too. Like I said, yes, I have 8 dogs. In case somebody asked that real quick, yes. Tastes like coon with some yams. Oh man.
I don't know how people eat that. I could, man, with them little hands on it, that shit look creepy.
Oh, well, they still hit the head on it. We'll pull the meat from the head, wrap that yam around there. Oh, 7-Eleven. Heaven, baby. People out here talking about, hey, man, if my dog come up missing, I know it. I said, no, you wouldn't know where it was at unless I took a dump.
I like this question from Joey Dirt. He said, do you think your plug was a part of the, I don't know why the fuck this, the Iran-Contra? So you and Rick Ross will make a good podcast. I think that's, that Freeway Rick. Gotta make sure I make that distinction.
Did I ever run across who? Rick Ross?
No, he said, do you think your plug was a part of the Iran-Contra? He talking about the Contra.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about when he's talking about that part.
But he said you and Freeway Rick will make a good podcast. I guess just talking about shit.
As long as he could talk about shit that won't get him locked up and won't throw me up in the mix, I'm straight because I can talk about anything that I did in my life now. Anything. I got immunity. So prosecutor that tried to get me locked up, that did lock me up for those 5 months, you watching this, hope you sit on a fat one. Me and man, well, I couldn't even walk for those 5 months. Even when they released me, they had to release me in a wheelchair. My son came and picked me up. They didn't give me no type of medical condition. I take insulin because I'm a diabetic, and they wouldn't give me that until the last month. But finally, they got me in front of my judge. I supposed to went in front of from the jump, and he seen the move and seen everything read there. He said, "What the hell is y'all holding this man on or for?" Well, you know who he is? He the man that killed the judge. Stop. Is he in here for that now? No. Then why you keep bringing it up? This man is in here for something different, which y'all ain't got no proof, no nothing. The person that said that took it back. So why y'all holding this man? That's the only reason why I got released was that judge did what he was supposed to do. And that prosecutor hated that. She hated it. Well, we just going to bring charges. The judge said, no, we are doing it with prejudice where you can't ever bring it back. And if you try to arrest him on something else, I'm tagging his file to come to me.
Was that KW? Prosecutor?
No, that was a white woman. I'm not prejudiced, but yeah, she was white, and she was trying to really
make a name
for herself, that she was able to lock me back up for all them murders and so forth, because she didn't bring up nothing else doing that. She kept talking about my past. I'm like, you say he killed this? Yeah, I did. Whoopee do. You, the state, gave me immunity from it, and I got the agreement. Well, yeah, I got the agreement, but y'all broke that deal too. When time came to release me, they were supposed to release me in 2002. Like the Fed stuck to their deal, the Fed released me, but the state stepped on my back for 6 more years. I didn't get out until 2008. I was like, yeah. Then they brought me back here. I wasn't supposed to be back in Michigan for 30 years after my release.
I got a question, but real quick. Apparently Smooth was it? No, okay, yeah, Soft G. I think he got asthma. He allergic to smoke. But Play L asks, he said he knows some people. What's the minimum you would accept to put a movie together about your life?
Oh, well, see, I had to sit down with someone and we had to talk on what they want. My entire life? Ooh. We talking about bags this long, this deep. 3 of them. Then I got the small bag, 2 bags like this. What part of my life do you want? Then we can make a deal on that. We'll make a deal on whichever one, but I couldn't give you a number now, but if we sit down and come up with a deal, and you come to understand that this is good, some good stories.
France, you next. I'm gonna go to LW first. LWX, why didn't you consider
In
Maserati?
France.
No, it's Fran. I fucked up.
Oh,
Uh,
quit cursing. They just monetized that or whatever they did.
whoops.
That's why I try not to curse.
Why didn't you consider Maserati a real friend? Why was it only about the money?
It's about the money with me, about anyone and anybody. I'm sorry, it's about money. I'm not here to be your friend. I'm not here to babysit you. I'm here to make sure nothing happened to you, so I do that for the love of money. But if you can't pay me no more, then I got to step to the next one. Just like them gold diggers be doing. If you ain't got no money to keep their head down and all this and that, then, like, they moving on to the next sucker. I mean, the next person.
I'm gonna run down them questions in a second. Where was I at? Oh, Fran Galvez. I don't know why you asked this, but I'm gonna ask it anyway. Boone, can you talk about your special ops gear and weapons you used? Love from Spain, big dog.
I could, but I won't.
That's redacted.
That's redacted for the movie. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff people would love to know about and hear about. Well, I got to save something for a movie. Because if I tell it all on here, somebody going to steal it and then twist it around and say, this is fictional. So it didn't come from you, Boone. It didn't come from, we made it fictional. All right. They already doing that crap to me. Putting me on other things, talking about, I ain't never said a lot of stuff that they saying that I supposed to say or did.
Mark Locklear asks, y'all check out what Judge Joe Brown said about Kamala. I haven't heard it yet.
I forget what somebody, a lot of people have been talking about that lady, but I have no comment on her. Because like I told people, I'd rather run for president. If they letting that crook Trump run, he got 34 felonies and he got a rape in there. He's supposed to be on that watch list for life. But if they let him run, I only got about 4 to 5 felonies that I was found guilty on. I got a lot of things I did, but never found guilty on none of that. So my ass is lower than his count. Let me run for president. I'll make sure one thing, wouldn't be no more veterans living on the street. We would build something for all veterans, and we had to do it in every state they in. We would build something for them where they don't have to pay no rent, no nothing. Y'all fought for this country, so understand, this country gonna take care of y'all for the rest of y'all lives. Unless you get a job, then you have to pay a little something. But other than that, you ain't got no way to work or nothing to do, or you messed up a little bit here and there, we gonna take care of you. And there's other people that's living on the street, the stimulus check gonna be cut for y'all every month until the economy come down. Price of gas, rent, food, especially food that went up.
Shit, they need more options for schooling too, so you can learn more, better.
Yeah, well,
because some people ain't got no degree, which.
Well, yeah, but that ain't the urgent. I'm talking about things that's urgent.
Oh.
And that stuff is urgent there. And don't have to worry about me sending no money to some other country when we got people in our own country that need money to be taken care of. I will make sure that this country is taken care of first very well.
John Money asks, what's the most money you've ever seen at one point in time? Just like...
Well, let's see. They took $525 million away from me. But the most I ever seen was Pablo and Carlos. Yes, I seen their monies. The rest was eating through most of it, but I seen it. But yeah, I can't even say the number because it had to be in the zillions. I mean, we could have so much money that the rats would eat through most of them. It was all on pallets everywhere, wrapped and everything.
I don't don't know why somebody said Kwame Kilpatrick endorsed Trump, but that's something else. But Lotto asks,
Well, anybody that will back Trump up and they of color, now back in the old days they call them house, Nowadays we just call them house boys. They might well just go ahead and get the rope and start hanging their own people. You don't bag somebody up that want to get you hung, that want you dead, that want you poor, and only working just so you can work the next week. But you never get a footstep onto the next step. You're going to keep working for them, making them even more richer. That's why I said the richer, and I became president, oh, y'all getting taxed. You're going to give up everything you're supposed to give up. You may still be rich, but you're going to get taxed. Trump got away with it.
Lotto asks, did you like Rick, though he seemed like a cool guy? And also, do you think you could have saved Rick had he gave you more money? I don't think that money wasn't the problem. The problem with Rick was he gave up information he should have never gave up.
Oh, you talking about White Boy Rick or Maserati Rick?
Maserati.
Maserati was just, like I said, he was too friendly. He had heart, but he was too friendly and too trustworthy with people that he shouldn't have been. Now, I understood what Demetrius meant when he told him back. Because I had told Rick on several occasions, man, you got to be careful on who you trust and who you keep around you, because that means I got to watch them as well as watch other people. Because many people would like to do you because you flamboyant. Everybody knows you. Everybody knows a lot of people, but when you get that known and you got money coming in, people want your power. They want to take you out. Me, I didn't care one way. As long as you gave me money, it didn't bother me none what you did or what you said. But just don't throw me in there. That's why when he was trying to introduce me to the cop that was on his payroll at that one lounge, I got to find out the name of that lounge. But he tried to introduce me to her, and I was like, man, Diddy, man, quit telling people who I am. Even though that's not my real name, but still quit telling, hey, Boom, come here, baby, listen, I don't want to meet no one. Because if they get caught, they're going to damn sure give you up, Rick, and say, Boone was his bodyguard. He knows a lot of stuff too, or this and that. Because cops been getting caught at the half of the crap that they do. They do a lot of crap. And talking about good cop, bad cop. There's more bad cops than good cops. And the bad cops are making the good cops bad. Because if the bad cop do something, the good cop ain't going to arrest him. So now you done turned yourself bad.
We got a question from, I don't know what this name, it looked like they just punched the keyboard, but they said, Boone, what taught you to be a man of your word?
What taught me?
Yeah.
I taught myself to be a man of my word. If you ain't a man of your words and you get caught up in that crap, then ain't nobody gonna believe you. Ain't nobody gonna want to listen to you. They may listen, but then they'll be laughing at you inside them. This fool really think I believe him. Because I do that to a lot of people. They done crossed me out or did this and that, but they think I'm friends with. I ain't your friend, never will be. I know what you did and what you said. So I know how to basically play you now. I keep you close by in case I gotta make you disappear. If I do make you disappear, won't nobody ever know who did it, because they won't find your body.
J. Ted asks, was it always straight guns and knives, or did you ever use anything crazy to get the job done?
Just my gun and my knives. I had to do something crazy. Well, like when I chop them up with the axe or with the chainsaw, I had to cut them up and, and bag them up. And I only did that twice. I had to use the chainsaw on, but that was after they were dead already. I had to cut up their body and bag them up and drag them somewhere else.
Fran Galvez asked again, Boone, you said you love the Uzi and the M16. Do you have a favorite gun?
Not really. I just like a gun that will get the job done. Certain guns is for certain things. Certain impact, certain flips. Knives, that's my best. Knives, because I like it quiet, especially if I know I can get up on the person and they don't know I'm coming and take them out quietly. Nobody else will see them or know that they been taken out. That's why I said a lot of people out here, they just, you done shot up many people and sometimes you don't even kill the person you're going after. That's wrong. Don't shoot up innocent people. They got nothing to do with what you and that individual is into. That's why I said they be out here shooting up innocent people, killing kids. No. Leave kids alone.
LLK asks, you still kill?
No, I don't kill no more. I'm retired.
Here another question. J-Tag, he said, what do you think about the guns with switches now? He talking about them people running around with them Glocks with the switches on them. And
oh, well, you...
turn the Glock into a Uzi.
If you need that many bullets, you ain't no good shot. You don't need no switch. And everybody gonna hear it too. I don't care if you got a silence on it. It gonna blow that silence and it gonna start being heard. No. I don't care about no weapon like that. That just, if you in the service, yeah, now that'd be good for that. You got the enemy running towards you. Yeah, that'd be good for that. Out here on the street, what the hell? No, I would abandon that from the streets. That would be one of my pet peeves is to get them off the street and put them where they belong in the war. Especially the way that things going. It look like Trump's trying to sell us to Russia. And Russia is already falling down for wars.
This nigga mad. He just made all these comments. And this nigga mad. He on this bitch looking like a little chihuahua.
One of my haters.
No, it's Soft G. He talking shit to me now.
Oh, he talking shit to you? Well,
because I've been ignoring him.
Well,
I just wait till he say something stupid, then I just ban that nigga for a minute.
What do he be saying or asking? Something I can answer?
No, he just be talking shit. So
he just be talking shit because he's trying to get you all wild.
I'm having fun, so fuck it. Gucci Runs asks, have Courtney Brown Jr. ever reached out to you?
Ain't nobody reached out to me. Only one person tried to reach out to me and they was talking like I was a ignorant fool. I mean, I ran my own corporation, my own company. I had over 178 people working for me at one time in a legal job. But nah, they want to try to play me like a doorknob, like they could just throw anything my way. I'm gonna be happy.
I'm gonna try. Well, I'm just gonna say the letters because I don't know what the hell this is. His name is FTKEPDTK. Boom. Most killing today is for clout and not for money. Is this bad for business? Yeah, that's retarded.
No, that's not retarded. It have always been about clout. Even back in our day, people was having other people killed because they wanted that man power, that clout. They wanted to make an example out of people. That's why it's necessary to have us, the specialists, come in.
I ain't taking that risk. No, you gotta have something to gain from today. It's too easy to get caught, and it's too many people that are just straight tell. Yeah, he had me do it. I ain't finna do 20 years for this
those
murder.
People that you paying low money for, they'll switch up on you quick. But see, we charge enough money so that we can pay lawyers, buy people to lose evidence or this and that.
Amani asking, let me ask this. She says, well, I don't know if that's a she or not. I just know a female name Amani. But I'm going to say that, ask him this one thing. How we know he didn't kill Maserati Rick instead of Boone? You don't.
I didn't kill Maserati Rick.
Shit.
Not even if somebody would have paid me to do him, no. The man wasn't cut like that. He was trying to become a killer, but like I told him, Rick, you ain't gonna never be cut like that. Never. I mean, it's a certain type of in a spirit, in a feeling that you had to have. You can't just walk up on, who? What you think this is? American Gangster? Like he walked up, who? I'm sorry. You got to be really a person that won't let nothing bother you after the fact. Cause I done seen a lot of guys do stuff and then it bothers them. They
That's
went
not
crazy. Some just went and ran their mouth. That's crazy. And talked about it. And the next thing you know, they up against the wall. You ran your mouth. You told your girlfriend. You told this person. You don't tell nobody. Once you do it, leave it alone and don't do it around witnesses.
That's not correct. She said it was only y'all two at the hospital. Well, I don't
What
know.
happened to the nurses, the doctor, the other patient, people visiting? It wasn't just me and him at the hospital. There was a bunch of people there. That's why that one nurse said that the guys walked right past her. Well, I ain't gonna speak on more on that because there's some things that she didn't really tell that I did, and they found out through her later that she was scared to death of us.
J Tad asks, did Boone come across the Roy DeMio crew from New York? Roy DeMio.
That name don't ring no bell. No. See, I wasn't up there like that where I'm rolling on the streets or new street people. I didn't even know Fat Cat. I met him in prison. But he thought he was all that. And he sent his little flunky down there to try to test me. But no. We didn't meet people like that. We only met people that we were selling weight to. And we sold enough weight to get the hell out of there. But to put it down and try to take over a hood and this and that, nah. We let, what's that boy name? But he's dead now, though. But anyway, yeah. That, like I said, all this stuff I can't recall now. I got paperwork and documents. All that gonna come out.
FTK asks, Boom, could you look at someone nowadays and know if they're a killer or not?
Some people, yes. Other people, they could be a killer, but they ain't really cut for it, so they'll wind up in prison or they'll wind up dead. But yes, I done seen a couple guys that I said, I had to really keep an eye on that one.
My bad, I just felt like fuck with Bottom G, so I put him in timeout for 10 seconds just because.
But yeah, I done ran into, I probably could count them on one hand, and then I could count them on less than 3 fingers that I seen that would be cut like that.
Phoenix Shackelford asks, any history with Landon B. Simon?
Don't recognize that name.
Somebody else in the asked that, like, Landon B. Simon, who was that?
Yeah.
If
who
you
is
want
Landon
to,
B.
Phoenix, shed some light on that situation.
In Phoenix?
No, that's their name, Phoenix Shackelford.
Shackelford. That sounds like which kind of them maybe a family member. I know some Shackelford. I know 3 of them. And if you one of them, well, share some light on what?
I just told him to shed some light on who he is because you won't know him. What? People in the comments don't know who Landon B. Simon is.
Oh no, I don't. That name don't ring no bell.
Yeah.
Anything that came after 1990, I was already sitting in prison.
Amani must have joined late
Until 2008.
Ask him, do you know Big Meech? You already talked about that.
Yes, I already talked about that. You have to go look at it on one of my other.
They're talking about Meech Flannery, BMF, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least that's who I'm assuming they're talking about because there was a lot of Meech back then in the day, but I don't think they could be talking about the ones that I know because basically one of them not here no more. The other one is either in prison and getting ready to get out of prison, or he may be out of prison already. But people can say that they know me or knew of me, but they didn't really meet me face to face. someone else might, hey man, that's Boone over there, or hey man, just. I always told people when I found out they did, hey man, don't be telling nobody who I am.
Ooh,
Because then I think you trying to set me up to be killed.
Lotto asks, do you know Frank Matthews?
Yes. That's as far as I'm going on that. I guess they haven't read or she looked at all my stories either.
What?
I know a lot of Franks.
Amani, I don't know if you asked this question right. She said, ask him, do he know any highs in Detroit, Kenny High?
Any hide?
Any highs, Highs.
No, I don't recognize that name. Like I said, most people that we knew, they had street names. So if you telling me their real name, probably not. Those real names that I did know only because I did research and found out who their real name was, where they live, where they went, where they go to, and so forth. Those people are not around no more.
Somebody asked, FTKX, Boone, did you ever have somebody you unalive say you got to them before they could get to you?
Yeah. Yes, I did. Someone that I got to, but I got to them before they got to me, and they was like, man, we know we should have killed you when you came out that store. I'm like, wait a minute, you had a chance? Well, dummy, guess what? Now you won't get no more chances. I wasn't going to give him a chance anyway, but thanks for telling me. Then I had these one people that snatched me up, and they was torturing me. Well, trying to. That's why I told them, hey, man, you might well have your mama come up here and torture me. Because you ain't doing nothing. I was trying to make him pull the trigger on me. But by that time, Jeremy had already peeped the move. And
Alex Vokowski asks, have you ever met Eminem, Marshall Mathers, the rapper from Detroit?
No. They got to understand, that rapper didn't come out to what, the 90s, mid-90s, late 90s?
Yeah.
No, I ain't never met him.
Carl Thomas asks,
I got kids older than him.
Carl Thompson asks, no, it's a Thomas, not Thompson. Sorry, Carl.
You say Thompson?
Carl Thomas, not Thompson. I messed up. It's Thomas. Carl
I know.
Thomas.
I'm just trying to listen to that now. I'm trying to think, is it the one that always sending me donation and we always talking on message? Go ahead.
Oh, real quick. Warriors Way. Google say he 91.
Wait a minute. First I was 80-something, then 90, now I'm 91. You will never find anything on me. Anything on me have been sealed, closed down, and deleted. Why? I'm going to tell that in the movie on why they doing all that. But trust me, y'all will probably, oh my God. Yeah, it's a lot of things about me y'all don't know and haven't heard yet. And when you hear it, you'll be like, man, I didn't know that was that deep. Yeah.
Back to Carl Thomas real quick. He asked, did White Boy Rick have respect in Detroit before he went to jail?
Did he have respect for Detroit?
Respect in Detroit.
Only those clowns that he was hanging with. Even those clowns that knew he was snitching. I mean, several people that went on to the podcast told me, yeah, we know we're snitching, but he was still cool. The Curry brother didn't know he was snitching.
I had a question from Green Man RP. After Maserati Rick's death, was there any kind of power struggle to take over his business and turf? And if so, who was involved?
The power struggle really was over who was going to get what, who's taking what. That would be, Demetrius was part of it. The Brians was part of it. And there was one other, what's the other group? There was another group, but they got shut out real quick. Demetrius went to fighting them. And what they didn't take care of, we took care of the rest. Then we went after Demetrius. And most of Maserati Rick came to became the best friends. Same way with his safe. She didn't want us to come in there and get that safe, but we was going in. We went in, and I'm going to tell you who all went in, but not on this. Tell you in the movie who all went in there and got that safe up out of there. I drove the U-Haul truck. Had to bag it up, and then go in there, have to set it up on the dolly, and pull it out. She was like, oh, that's supposed to be mine.
Amani asked, did they ever find out who killed Boo?
Well, from what I heard, Chuck was supposed to have told him that it was Stacy, the machine gun. At least that's what Chuck told me. He gave that up, and so did the other people that was in the house at the time. Gave it up, but of course they only gave up that part. They wasn't going to be in court to testify against him. That's why I see you got a lot of snitches that tell on shit, but they won't go into court and testify against none of this.
This two-parter, I believe. It says, Boone, did you hit mainly other killers and enjoy bringing the heat to them? And also, Boone, did you let anyone you unalive have any last words?
Well, quite a few people that I did up close, they had last words. Those that didn't know that they was being taken out, they just lost the top of their dongle. And as for me doing other killers, we went after many other killers. That's all I'm going to speak on at that moment for that.
What's this? Joseph Gonzalez. Hey, Boone, have you met any famous serial killers while in prison? Randy Stevenson.
What's that boy that blew up the... I met a lot of them dum-dums. Michael the one that put the truck on the side of the building and blew it up. And, of course, they gave him the death penalty. And his brother also told on him. Talking about, I forgive my brother. And I think his wife was trying to give him up. Well, you know, like everybody told something on him. Can he make...
They probably said it. Eli Hutch said, what's up, Boone?
Hey, only thing up is this weather, baby. And I'm getting hungry.
Oh, I can make something to eat right after this. Lotto asks, tell the torture story again, please, Boone. How did they catch you alive?
Let's see, wait, how they did me or how I did somebody?
No, he asked, how did they get you alive? When they,
I ain't gonna lie about it. They used a baseball bat. And I didn't even peep the person coming out that little hubby that he was hiding up in. So when I stepped back, I seen the van. I did look over there. And that was the time that he stepped out from the curtain. Boom! Knocked my big butt out. I woke up tied to a chair. Oh, God. I couldn't even touch my head, but it was hurt like hell. Man, what the hell? Then I seen who was behind it. Like, what you cowards, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, big boy, we finna do you. We gonna see how you like getting cut up. I said, oh, I'm scared. Come on. You gonna be scared in a minute as soon as we get the rest of the stuff up here. I said, you might want to send your mama up here and tell her to do me. She might be able to make me talk or get scared and be worried about it. Do she give good head? They got mad and homeboy pulled out his gun, and that's when his friend snatched his hand. No, don't shoot him. That's what he want. He want to die quickly. I said, I don't want to die, period. But I ain't going to beg y'all to not kill me. That's a H move. I'm sorry. You're going to do me, you do me. You caught me off. You caught me off. You caught me slipping. You can bet. That won't never happen again. And then I noticed something. Then I heard something. Next thing I know, I was free. That's just one tab. I was snatched one time before that too. And I had to jump out the window. They forgot to tie my legs. That's it. People can be caught slipping. Even the best of us can be caught off guard. That's why I tell people, you come for me, just make sure that first shot do it. Because you won't get a chance to pull it twice. Especially if you shoot me in my body. Oh, that just gonna really piss me off. You gonna do me here, please. I know a whole lot of y'all probably would like to just take me somewhere and just beat me up. What be do? I'm still not gonna beg for my life. I live that lifestyle. I'm gonna die in that lifestyle. Well, is that the best y'all could do? I got more this treatment in the army when he's showing us how to take torture and so forth. But all that's for a different time.
One last one before we go. Fuck, that's bottom G question. Ain't nobody answering that shit. Where'd it go?
Don't forget, y'all. Donate, subscribe, share, and like. Ain't none of that gonna cost you a dime to subscribe, donate, subscribe, share, and like. The donation will cost you if you send me something to my Cash App. Please do, because that helped me keep on with these stories, as well as helping me to get money up to get the product I need. I'm not rich no more. I ain't got all this. I ain't got all that. I live on a small budget. I'm just doing this because I know people would like to hear it. Many people have told me they like to hear my life story, that I need to do a book or a movie. I say, hey, I would like to too, but I'm not going to be played for no sucker or no somebody stupid. They know what I'm worth and I know what I'm worth. So come to me correct. Don't come to me I give you 50,000. Man, you take that 50,000 and shove it.
Back to the question. I was just fucking with Bottom G. He was saying
watch words. Because they gonna monetize this. Oh, you can't curse in it. Because they sent me a notice on that too.
That was for another one. But JJ Pop, what was your most terrifying moment that made you realize that the lifestyle wasn't worth it?
I never thought the lifestyle wasn't worth it no more. I'm just got old and retired. To me, it was always worth it. I love money. And if I would, I would still be doing it. But, I'm old now. Of course, age ain't never stopped a person from pulling the trigger.
No, I'm laughing. I'm fucking with these people for they hit about.
Quit cursing. You gonna get me this money time. Cause they hear all that, they be putting it in there.
Oh, that wasn't an F, that was a D. I said I'm ducking with these people.
But nothing made me. I just got old and decided that I didn't want to do it no more because the technology they got out here, these cameras, and people always want to film everything that go around them. Then cameras on these light posts, trees, hidden everywhere that the government is putting up so they can spy on people. Pretty soon they're going to be able to say, well, we need to put some cameras in your home. We got to see what y'all in there doing, since they ain't allowed to come in with warrants. But of course they still do. They come into your house without a warrant and just push their way in or stick their foot in your door. That's why I said, never open a door for a cop. You want to talk to me through this door. I'm not opening it.
Through the window.
Well, sir, can you just come out so we can... Oh, hecky no. I'm not coming out there so y'all can tackle me, push me to a step where you're going to try to get me upset so you can say, I'm praying for my life. And shoot them. That's all these cops been doing out here, killing people of color. They just shoot them. They find some strange reason and say, I was praying for my life. That he looked like he was finna jump on me. So I grabbed my gun. When they ain't killing you, they beating you and torturing you with the handcuffs. Or everything these cops be doing out here is great. They ain't nothing but an organized gang working for the rich people to keep people of color in check. And some of the people that is white, they keep them in check too. Those that is not up on no people level, they keep them in check and keep them, but they give them breaks. That's why you see the difference when you go to court. Black man for armed robbery, life in prison. White man for armed robbery. Well, we're gonna give you a year. How about if we just give you probation? Would that settle? Would you be all right with that? The different ways and time that they do people out here and how they sentence people, and the majority of them is crooks. The majority of the prosecutors, the majority of them, crooks, setup artists, try to frame you, torture you and try to get you to take cops, lock you up if you ain't never been locked up, and then say, well, let's leave them in there for a month or two. They're going to be willing to take a cop back in. But listen, people, subscribe to my channel. I will not put anything else on TikTok. My old stuff is on TikTok if you want to go look at that. But I need this channel to really flourish. So, what's that one TikToker? He's trying to get 1 million views. I would love 1 million views on mine. But right now, I try to get to 25,000 or whatever if I can. That it should give me a little money time, unless something go viral on mine. I know when I did other people talk, theirs went viral that I did with them. I was hoping that if I do one on myself, maybe it'll go viral and I could make some money where I could start really printing out the shirt, hats, anything a person wants. Maybe even start me a little business of selling that stuff in a little store somewhere. Keep myself legal. But people, I love y'all for coming on here, leaving these comments. And for my haters that didn't get through with their comment because my editor put you on timeout, be nice. And maybe you could get on here. But if you're going to come on there with foolishness, he going to put you in timeout. I do answer y'all comments when you put them on.
I'm just doing it for fun.
When y'all do it, I answer you then and put, if you say so. And when I say that, that means I'm being really just not paying y'all no attention. And whatever you say, okay, if you say so. That don't mean you're right. That don't mean you're wrong. It's just if you say so. 'Cause I want y'all to keep watching. As long as you watching, I got somebody watching. So why don't y'all share it too to see can y'all get some more people to hate me. Y'all take care now. Ciao.
God damn it.